Yo, what up, guys? This is your boy Kofi with KO Sports Talk, back out with another video. And I know I got my co-host Chuck Full Damage Miller. He got his.
I'm here, bro. I'm here.
Yeah, he's here though. You can hear him in the
What's
back.
going on out there, KO Sports Talk land? Welcome back to the Winning Bears podcast.
Yes, sir. Yes, the Winning Bears podcast and the best division in all of football, the NFC North, man. All teams are over 500. I think this is the first time in I don't know how many years, but since all four teams are over 500 going into week 6. But that is crazy, man. But guys, we're going to be talking a little bit more. I want to get Chuck's thoughts about the Carolina Panthers game because I know I talked about my thoughts on the Carolina Panthers game. The way Caleb Williams, he's made his jump, man. It just seems like I wouldn't say he has arrived already, but we definitely see the growth that Caleb Williams is making, especially with this offense. The way Shane Waldron, he called a really great game. I mean, there's a lot of pieces that was left on the field, with that DJ Moore catch that he should have made, and there's one instance where he was wide open, but that remains left to be said. There are more meat on the bones that should have been unpacked. Caleb Williams, probably could have had 4 or 5 touchdowns, but either way, Caleb Williams had his most efficient game so far in his career so far. And not only that, guys, Caleb Williams is the first rookie, guys. Here's a key stat. Caleb Williams is the first rookie to throw 200-300 yards in a season. And he's also the first rookie since the Super Bowl era, first overall pick, the first rookie to go 3-0 at home his rookie season. He's the first rookie in Bears franchise history to go over 1,000 yards in his first 5 games. And I mean, he's on record, man. Like he could hit 4,000 yards if he stays healthy and if he's playing well. If he's averaging at least 250 yards, just the rest of the way, with a couple more touchdowns. But Caleb Williams, he's breaking records. This team's breaking records. Matt Eberflus, it seems like he's changing, man. I don't know about you, Chuck, but during the game, when we were already up 30-7. I'm pretty sure you saw that touchdown play by Roschon Johnson. Doug Kramer, he was at a fullback, and Roschon Johnson, he ran up the middle and they made a touchdown. And one of the defenders, I think it was J.C. Horn, got in his face, was just threw his hand in his face. And then Matt Eberflus says, "Okay, you guys want to do that? Okay, we're gonna go for 2." I definitely love the aggressiveness from Matt Eberflus. I definitely liked it. And throughout the game, even when we were up, he still wanted to score more points. He still wanted to put his foot on their necks. And you definitely see the growth from last year to this season. So
definitely. I think what you saw there, you saw a bit of release and reprieve for the Bears. You saw a bit of release and reprieve for the Bears from the offensive perspective. We've been waiting for this offense who we stockpiled all this offseason by bringing Keenan Allen in and drafting Roma Dunze and Caleb Williams, signing DeAndre Swift, and bringing making sure we get the extended contract for DJ Moore, adding more pieces on the offensive line, bringing in Gerald Everett to go along with Cole Kmet. We've been waiting for a long time for this offense to finally start clicking and produce at the clip that we thought that it could when we brought these players in. And finally, we got the game where that was happening. When you got a game like that where it's happening like that, you want your players to be able to just pretty much get it out their system because they've been waiting to explode like this all season. 5 weeks in, we finally get a chance to get this explosion. So you want the players to get it out their system. But exactly what I thought was going to happen is exactly what happened. I said it in my prediction last week, Coach, podcast. They scored 30 points. They needed to score 30 points in this game. And that's exactly what they did. They got to the 30-point ceiling, so to speak. They got to the 30-point clip, the penalty I was talking about, and it was relief for them to see that this offense really can work the way that they had designed it to work. The clips, they were looking for these clips to come flying out of the gun, so to speak. Finally, all these bullets, these Star-Spangled Banners, these numbers are starting to pop out. And the Carolina Panthers did exactly what I expected them to do. They're getting beat down badly. They don't want the other team running up numbers on them like this is college football. So when the touchdown happened with Roschon Johnson, they got angry, bro, and they started fighting. I guess they figured, heck, if we can't beat you one way, we'll beat you another.
Stop it.
So yeah, I figured if they can't beat you one way, we'll beat you with another. And so they start fist fighting. And this is what you expect from teams when they're getting blown out. Nobody wants to see you run up the score. But at the same time, I understand why Matt Eberflus is doing this. You talk about a team that he's been in charge of for the last 2 years that's been considered one of the laughing stocks of the league. And so now we get a chance to get a lick back, so to speak, on the rest of the league. And when we get our chance to get this lick back, people, you can guarantee, rest assured, we're going to take our chance to get that lick back. So Mr. Horn wants to start a fight with the biggest people on the field, the offensive linemen. I don't know why he picked that fight. Matt Pryor comes behind him or behind one of the linebackers who was trying to help him and knocks him out.
And he throws a punch at one of the other guys, yeah.
Right. Before you know it, we got a mini brawl taking place in the end zone. And Matt Eberflus did what all good coaches should do. When your team is showing all the fight that you've been wanting them to show, and the other team can't take a loss, they got poor sportsmanship, because that's what Carolina was showing right there, was poor sportsmanship. They don't want to take their lumps without a fist fight. Rub their noses in it. Go for two. I wish he had got it.
I know. I wish you would have gotten it too, bro. That would have been like funny.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah. Okay, I'm like, yeah, Matt Eberflus. Yeah, I definitely see you. You making some growth, man.
Right.
I definitely see the growth.
You're gonna be angry. You're gonna be angry at the team. You're gonna be angry at the Chicago Bears because they're whooping up on you and they're adding on to it. And then you want to fight like avoid Money Mayweather or somebody. You want to fight. You want to throw hands all over the place like you Floyd Money Mayweather. That's fine. But if you listen to the commentator during that time when that was going on, the commentator told you exactly what I was thinking. The commentator said you had 58 minutes to put up a fight against this team, to hit everybody in their chops and knock snot from their nose, to punch them in the belly, kick them in the groin, or whatever you wanted to do. You're going to wait until the game is out of reach, until you're blown out, and then now all of a sudden you want to fight? Where was this fight 58 minutes ago when the game started? You should have come out the gate fighting like that. Speaking about the Carolina Panthers, you want to put up that fight? That's fine. Go ahead and put that fight up. But it's too little, too late.
Too late, yeah.
And if a team's got you beat down, who the heck cares if it's one more score? This is not college football. They don't care. They don't care. The Bears not going to get any posturing a position, playoff rank wise, because they beat you by 40, 50. Who cares?
We will get some benefits by beating them because we've got their second round pick.
Right. So a loss is a loss in the NFL, and if the Bears keep the course, what you're seeing the maturation process of this offense starting to take place. And I'm going to tell you this, Coach, and I've been saying this since the season started. Our defense is a top 5 defense in the NFL, and they keep showing it week in and week out. All we need our offense to do is to catch up to speed. And this offense looks like the progression is coming, it's starting to catch up. If this offense continues to play the way it's been playing the last 2 weeks, 3 weeks or so, the last two and a half weeks, I should say, the last half of the Indianapolis game, we finally figured out some things. Caleb Williams finally figured out some things. But if they continue to progress and continue to play at this clip, and we continue to put up these types of numbers, it's going to be tough for teams to beat the Chicago Bears in this league, bro. I'm telling you, man. If you got a Caleb Williams that's not turning the ball over, making sound decisions, putting the ball pristine, clean, on point, on throws to DJ Moore and these other guys, you got a DeAndre Swift that's running out of his gourd the last 2 weeks and giving it all he's got, mad because Roshan Johnson is getting the touches at the goal line and he's not. You got that going on. You got Roshan Johnson punching it in from 2 yards out with a big Doug Kramer in front of him, a 450-pound whale, if you will. Try to get around.
350-pound whale.
It's going to be tough to beat this team. And let me tell you something, Bears fans. 2 things I'm going to point out here, Kofi, and then I'll give you the floor back. One, Bears fans, get it out of your head that there's some kind of way because we are playing the Carolina Panthers that diminishes our win. It does not diminish our win. The Carolina Panthers are one of the top 32 teams in the world at playing this sport. It's only 32 teams in the NFL, and they are one of the top 32 teams in the world with some of the top athletes in the world playing this sport. They are an NFL team, people. Do not take this team for granted if they can beat you at any given day. And they showed you they came out to fight. They started this game off fighting us, bro. They came out swinging. They didn't come here to say we just competed well with the Bears. They came here to try to win this game. They came to Chicago to try to win this game. So Bears fans, get it out your mind that because it's Carolina and because they're not lighting the world on fire right now, there's some kind of way that diminishes this win. Carolina Panthers just beat a quality team and then gave the Cincinnati Bengals all the goal that they can handle in the very next game. Everybody was just singing the praise 2 weeks ago. Just singing the praise 2 weeks ago of what was it, Andy Dalton, calling him the Red Rifle again. We were calling him Opie over here because we already know who this guy is. He once played here. But
the Red Rifle.
But because we beat them, now some kind of way the win is diminished. That is ridiculous. And let me tell you something else, and this is going to be my second point. The Chicago Bears defense is such that if you are a team trying to score on this defense, you had better hit them early and you better hit them often. Because I'm going to tell you something. Once this defense gets a look at what you're doing and they figure it out, they shut you down the rest of the way. You saw Chuba Hubbard start this game off, big break up the middle, 40-yard touchdown run. What happened after that, people? What happened after that?
They didn't
was
score.
7-0 lead for the Carolina Panthers, and that was
after that. Chicago went up 36-3, outscored them 36-3 points.
That was the beginning of their demise. From that point on, they went from a 7-0 lead to a 36-3 deficit the rest of the way, losing this game 36-10. People, this defense is top 5. They're shutting down teams, and don't you think for one iota of a second that your team, Don or anybody else who wants to talk on this, is coming to town and y'all gonna dominate this squad, bro. Not gonna do that, bro. And if Caleb Williams and this offense keeps progressing, it's gonna be tough as hell to beat the Chicago Bears.
Exactly. And like definitely just from this game, a little bit more from this game before we go on to Jacksonville and Robert Saleh too. We definitely see the progression that Caleb Williams is making. I don't know if you saw that viral clip of him, of Coleman Shelton, when he made that clip when he was communicating to Coleman Shelton. Coleman saying, there's a fire right there, indicating to be a blitz.
Yeah, Chase Daniels. He was. Yeah, I saw that, bro.
Yeah, and then Caleb Williams says, I got it from there. And like you see, and that's not from what we've seen from past Bears quarterbacks. They weren't able to change plays at the line of scrimmage. They weren't able to, make certain changes, like able to control the offense the way that Caleb Williams has been doing.
Yeah, speaking of that, bro, even in the Justin Fields era, and I know exactly what you're alluding to. Communication between the players and the leader of the offense, aka Justin Fields, was a problem, bro. That was a problem. Either he didn't know what plays to call, or he was afraid to make the adjustments, or he just was not a good communicator and didn't know how to relay to them what it was he was seeing out there. For the most part, that became like an Achilles heel of his while he was here.
The miscommunication.
Yes. Caleb Williams does not have a problem taking command of the offense.
That's the thing. He takes command.
He takes command of this offense, and he dictates and he processes and he makes everything line up like he needs it to so that it can run the way he wants it to. That's what you want when you got a captain of a ship out there on the field. You want somebody who takes command. takes control of the situation. And if it blows up, he sinks with the ship. If it blows up, if it goes down, the captain sinks with the ship. But it is what it is. Don, you're very special, bro. You're very special. He said Chuck is trying to up the Panthers. Okay. I'm trying to up the Panthers. That's a beautiful thing. You went to overtime with the you and your Detroit Lions went to overtime with the LA Rams and barely got out of there with your lives. Then you turn around and you lose to Tampa Bay and with Jerry Goff playing horribly. And the only thing you can do is try to diminish what the Chicago Bears are doing, bro. If you don't like it, you don't have to keep watching the games. Bro. That's all I can
Right. You're a secret Bears fan, Don, bro. You keep coming to all these Bears content creators channels, bro. Like, come on.
The last time I checked, we won this game. The game before this, we won. We beat the LA Rams. We now beat the Carolina Panthers. We beat the Tennessee Titans without the advent of a quarterback throwing any touchdowns, bro. So this team is coming. We still got a rookie quarterback over here, Don. I don't know if you understand that, bro, and what exactly that means. Seeing that you haven't had one since Matthew Stafford, who came years ago and wasted most of his career over there in Detroit. Yeah, you haven't had one since.
And you wasted Megatron's career too.
Yeah, well, that's a story for another day. But when you got a rookie quarterback, newsflash, you have to give him room for growth. He has to have room for his thing that's known as growth and development. And that is what Caleb is showing. He's showing progression in the growth and development of this position, and he is excelling and he's exceeding and growing fast. Look out for him, brothers. I'm letting y'all know.
And Don, you're going to be facing a tough Minnesota Vikings team, so you need to go onto a Vikings channel and talk trash to them.
Hey Don, is this a bye week for you guys? Is this a bye week for you guys, or was that last week? Was this past week?
It was last week.
Oh, okay.
So they're going to be facing the Vikings this week.
Hope y'all have some good rest, Don, because guess what? You got no more coming for the rest of the season. Bye-bye.
That tough Vikings team.
But okay. Yeah, I love the progression of where the Bears going. And, everybody's trying to diminish us beating the Panthers. Hey, you're supposed to beat who's in front of you the way you're supposed to beat them. And if they play, if we had played against the Carolina Panthers and we won this game,
they play against the Cowboys. You're right, Ron. They play against the Cowboys. I'm sorry.
Doesn't matter. Right. Doesn't matter. That's still a tough win or loss for them. But if we had played against the Carolina Panthers and let's say we won this game 14-10 or 17-10, y'all be saying we were a joke. Y'all be saying the Bears suck. Y'all be saying the Bears are bums because they could barely beat up on the Carolina Panthers. But I hate to break the news to you all. We don't suck. This team is coming, and we did to Carolina what we were supposed to. We 30-burgered them. That's what we're supposed to do. Burn down. See that? You see that?
Yes, sir.
That's right.
All right. The next topic, I know it's kind of small. Of course, Robert Saleh, he got fired by the New York Jets earlier today, man.
Not really small, bro. That's pretty big, bro. That's pretty big.
Yeah, man. That's crazy. I think that was kind of a surprise to me. I mean, because you lost to the Minnesota Vikings. That's not a like one of these weak teams, man. They're like one of the best teams in the NFL. And I think after that loss, the management, Woody Johnson and those owners, they kind of got fed up. They say, hey, Robert, like, we're going to have to let you go because we want to go in another direction. And, Robert Saleh, his team he's been doing what he can, of course, last year when Aaron Rodgers went down, they won like 7 games with what's his name? Zach Wilson, man. Zach Wilson at the helm. And that's saying a lot, man. He was trying to kind of weather the storm. And now that you got rid of Robert Saleh, like, they're going to go to their interim coach, their defensive coordinator, and I believe, what's his name again?
Is it Thompson? I think the last name.
No, it's Jeff Albrecht.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Albrecht.
Okay.
So should have fired Hackett as the OC. So Chuck, what are your thoughts on this, man? What are your thoughts on the Jets firing is Robert Saleh this early in the season.
I think it was a big move by the Jets. Probably one that if they were going to make, they might have wanted to make that in the offseason. But I think they were trying to give him one last hurrah with this. I think what it is, go more so than anything, he had probably lost the locker room, bro. Because the players, you were starting to hear mumblings coming about of that locker room about, from certain players on the defense and on the offense. They were not pleased with the way things were happening, with the way things were running. And there is word around the NFL, around the league now, around the football world, I should say, that, a lot of people feel like the New York Jets brass did Robert Saleh wrong with the way they fired him, because they fired him and then they had the security to escort him out. They didn't let him go say bye to the players or anything like that. So they fired him and they didn't let him go. But in fairness to them, they have spent a lot of money getting this team together, but they have been through expensive drafts to build a quality team. And on both sides of the ball, when you look on paper, this Jets team looks like it's ready to roll, bro. That team looks like it's built to win, and Robert Saleh is just not getting the job done. Bottom line, all in all, Kobe just wasn't a very good coach. And that's the all in all, man. You can put it on Aaron Rodgers. You can bark at the players and say what they didn't do or what have you. At the end of the day, it's the coach's responsibility to get the ball rolling with these guys, and he just could never make that happen. You're not going to convince the brass that you don't have enough to win with when they give you Zach Wilson as a top choice, your choice for quarterback. That doesn't pan out. Okay, they say fine. He didn't pan out. You don't know what you're going to get from a rookie. Tell us what veteran you want. He asks for Aaron Rodgers. They go get Aaron Rodgers for him. Before that, they drafted Breece Hall for him. They gave him Garrett Wilson at the wide receiver.
They gave him Nathaniel Hackett.
Aaron Rodgers comes over with Alan Lazard, a dude who catches touchdowns consistently from him. You give you an offensive line. They give you a great defense. They give you Sauce Gardner. They give you Quentin Williams in the middle of that defense. They give you ball players up and down the lineup. Where then is the excuse for not winning, bro? There is no excuse, bro.
That's a dumpster fire of organization right now.
I wouldn't even put it on the organization. I really do feel like the brass of this team, they built a great team, bro. If you look on paper and you go position by position, this team is formidable to run up on anybody and should be beating quite a few teams, bro.
Especially that AFC East, man. That's gotten a lot weaker, with Tua Tagovailoa getting hurt. And then also, with the Patriots, they've been performing subpar.
I know the Denver Broncos are playing out of their gourd on defense right now. They're playing way above their head on defense, especially in the secondary. But there's no way with the team you got in New York with the Jets that you should lose a game 10-9 to them, bro. You should not lose a game 10-9 to a rookie QB, Bo Nix, a putrid offense for all intents and purposes.
No, they shouldn't have lost that way.
You can't lose that game, bro. You can't lose that game. Losing to Minnesota surprising the world right now, so that is not as big a surprise anymore because they're running up on all the teams and they're beating all the teams right now. But losing certain losses, you just can't get past, bro. And to me, that Denver loss, that was the one. That was the nail in the coffin, bro.
That was a nail in the coffin.
10 points is all your defense gave up, and you can't win this game, bro. That's ridiculous.
And then on offense, you scored 9 points.
Bro, you can't win the game with Aaron Rodgers. You can't win it with Breece Hall, Garrett Wilson, Alan Lazard, Tyler Conklin at the tight end position. And then you even got this rookie, Braylon Allen, the running back. He's playing well, but now you're trying to bump Breece Hall like he's the problem and put this guy in. Nah, bro, that doesn't work, bro. You're not coaching well, and you're not taking any accountability or responsibility for it. You don't know what to do. Ask your players. They're on the field. They're playing. They can tell you what they're seeing, and you can figure out what to do from there. So, it kind of stings a little bit. It stinks a little bit the way that they ousted him. But, hey, bro, he kind of had that coming, bro. It was just a matter of time.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So the next topic, we're gonna go on to the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Chicago Bears. The Chicago
Mm.
Bears are going to be facing the Jacksonville Jaguars on Sunday, 8:30 Central Time. That's your time, Chuck. 6:30 my time,
Mm-hmm.
Pacific Coast,
Yes, sir.
and London. So that's going to be M Stadium. And the Bears right now, I think they're favored by 3 points, if I'm not mistaken. No,
Mm-hmm.
they're favored by 2.5 points this Sunday at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. And this is going to be another home game. Of course, the Chicago Bears, they have the longest win streak of home games. So this is going to be considered a home game.
Okay.
And yeah, we're going to give pretty much just our three thoughts on how to beat the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Oh yeah.
Um, yeah, I think the Jacksonville Jaguars, they won their last game, didn't they? If I'm not mistaken.
Who did they beat? They beat Indianapolis. They beat the Indianapolis Colts.
Yeah, they beat the Colts
Yeah,
yesterday, well, on Sunday.
24 to 20 or something.
Yeah, Trevor Lawrence threw for 371 yards. He had two touchdowns to one
Mm-hmm.
interception. He had 119 passer rating. But I think the biggest thing out of that game
Mm-hmm.
is some of their wide receivers, man. Brian Thomas Jr.
Right.
He's been playing really well, man. That
Yes, he
rookie,
has.
yeah, he's a problem. And also their running back Tank Bigsby, he's also been
Mhm.
playing well.
Oh,
Um, I think one of my key matchups, in order for the Chicago Bears to beat this Jacksonville Jaguars team, is definitely containing those guys, because those guys are going to be a big X factor in those games. Um,
okay.
they're going to be a big. I can't even talk right now. Sorry, that's my godson, man. He's kind of acting up, but I'm sorry.
Tell him you said
They're going
bear
to
down.
bear down. But yeah, he's going to be a big X factor. Those guys are going to be a big X factor. And I'm looking at Tyreek Stevenson, whether it's going to be Tyreek Stevenson or Jalen Johnson. I think we got to contain those guys. Those are one of my key matchups. I think with the Jacksonville Jaguars offensive coordinator, I think they're going to be pairing Tyreek Stevenson with Brian Brian Thomas Jr., because I remember last game with Xavier Legette and the Carolina Panthers, they had Tyreek Stevenson on him before he got hurt. And it before his injury, it seemed like Xavier Legette was going to give problems to Tyreek Stevenson before he went down. So I'm assuming they're gonna give put the assignment on Brian Thomas Jr. to be paired up with Tyreek Stevenson. And so the defensive coordinator, he's gonna have to come up with a game plan to slow down Brian Thomas Jr. and Tank Bigsby. I know our run defense has been kind of been up and down. Our run defense, we've kind of been giving up a lot of yards a little bit.
Okay.
But I know, as you've been saying, as the game went on, our defense has been adjusting. Our run defense has been adjusting, has been getting better a little bit. But I think with those guys, that's going to be very, very key. My second key to this game is allow Caleb Williams to keep command of the offense, have more command of this offense this game. Let him do his thing. Um, whether it's controlling the line of scrimmage, whether it's designing certain runs. I was watching Tim Jennings the other day,
Mm-hmm.
and one play that Caleb Williams was calling was a slicer play,
Mm-hmm.
and it's pretty much designed to have a double. It's like a double route, double slant route, where you have one receiver going on an out route and another receiver going on an in route. And I think during that play, those are one of the touchdown plays that DJ Moore had during that play.
Mm-hmm.
It was called perfectly. And so I'm assuming that Caleb Williams, as he's progressing through this game, I'm expecting Caleb Williams to throw for over 250 yards, because their secondary, they have been giving up a total of 287 yards per game for each game during the season. That's like I believe that's ranked 29th in the NFL. And
Mm-hmm.
so Caleb Williams, He's going to have a lot more command of his offense and exploiting their secondary because their secondary is very weak. And so I'm going to be expecting more of Shane Waldron and Caleb Williams to kind of air it out a little more this game. And then my third key for this game is to the defense just uh, to feast on Trevor Lawrence, man. Trevor Lawrence, when he's definitely pressured, he's not very good quarterback. He tends to get very jittery in the pocket, and he just tends to throw the ball when he's not comfortable. And so far, the Bears defense has been giving up a total. Well, the defense in terms of pressures so far, they've they've been giving a total of close to 50 pressures so far in the game, which is the top half of the NFL, top 10 in the NFL in terms of pressures. And it's like it doesn't matter who. It's not one singular player. Definitely the Tez effect.
Sixth in the NFL passing yards per game at like 174. We are not letting anybody light us up.
Exactly. You're not letting anybody light us up. Mm-hmm. And especially the defensive line is not one singular player that's stepping up. It's either Darrell Taylor. It's Darrell Taylor. It's DeMarcus Walker. It's Javon Dexter. And speaking of Javon Dexter, that guy is having an outstanding season. 4 sacks in 5 games, man. That's crazy, especially for a defensive tackle for him.
That's not Big Billings league too. Big Billings league.
Andrew Billings, man, he has like 2 sacks, 2 or 3 sacks.
Yeah, Andrew Billings, he's coming through, bro. He's coming through. Sacks, bro. Timely sacks, bro.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. Andrew Billings. I am Austin Booker. I think Austin Booker has 1 sack too. You're getting sack production.
Keep your eye on that kid, man. Keep your eye on him. That dude is showing some veteran savvy with the moves he's making, man, and the way he's hunting players down, running plays down and stuff from the backside, bro. It is something to see. That dude is freakish, bro.
Yeah, so I'm expecting this defense to get to Trevor Lawrence and this team early and often. And like I said, that's going to come with them containing those 2 players in Tank Bigsby and Brian Thomas Jr. Because I remember last week, Brian Thomas Jr. had a big touchdown, 85 down. Tank Bigsby, he had a really great, solid game against the Indianapolis Colts. So I'm looking to this run defense, specifically the defensive line, to really step up because if you allow those guys to have a big game, then it's going to be a long game for the Chicago Bears. But I'm expecting the Chicago Bears, to win this game. My score for this game, earlier I did have the Jacksonville Jaguars winning this game, but I got the Chicago Bears winning because it just seems like the offense is coming together. The defense is already there, but it just seems like the offense is definitely coming along. I got the Bears winning 28-17.
Okay. That's an interesting thought there. Okay, three things that I think the Bears need to do in order to win this game. You kind of stole my thunder with your last one, bro. My first one was going to be pressure. Get pressure on Trevor Lawrence. Get it early and get it often, especially with the knowledge now that we have Ron Brisker in concussion protocol, and he's not making the trip to London. We definitely don't want to give Trevor Lawrence any time to sit back to figure out and dissect our secondary. Even though our secondary is top 5 in the league, and I think, dare I say this, I'll go out here on a limb and say this, I think we have the best secondary tandem in cornerbacks in the league right now with Jalen Johnson and Tyreek Stevenson. And if you want to make it a trio, throw Kyler Gordon in there too. I don't think there's a better 3 across the board, all on one team that you're going to find, bro. That they're not giving them much. But that being said, Quan Brisker, to me, I know he doesn't have the C on his jersey, but he is the captain of this defense, bro. I believe that in all my heart. He's the vocal leader of this defense. And with him missing and not being there, that's going to be big. So to take the added pressure off the rest of the secondary, you got to get some pressure up front. That means we need a big game from Montez Sweat. We need a big showing from Darrell Taylor. He needs to come with him. And all those guys in the middle, you just named Javon Dexter, Andrew Billings, and DeMarcus Walker. Those guys, they need to bring the heat.
They need to eat.
They need to bring it off. And Trevor Lawrence has not shown me all year that he can handle the pressure, bro. He's running around, but he seems to be discombobulated at that point when he's doing the running around. Second key for me, let Caleb Williams and his offense continue to cook. People, I don't know if y'all paying attention, but Caleb Williams is brilliant at reading defenses. He knows how to set a defense up, and he's reading where the open spot is. Now, do we have it down to a completely perfect science? No. But I will say this, he is borderline. He has the potential to borderline be like a Peyton Manning caliber of quarterback when it comes to reading these defenses. This guy sees what's happening before it happens. And that's what you want in a quarterback. And that's allowing him to now start to take these big shots down the field. And he's able to get them in stride. And he's peppering the ball to DJ Moore, which I love, to get this offense going. And just keep doing what you're doing. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, Bears. Keep cooking with DeAndre Swift running out of that backfield. Keep finding DJ Moore wide open in the slots and on the drags and on the deep post. Keep on finding Keenan Allen. And please, 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 Caleb Williams, do not forget that Cole Kmet is on this team. This dude is a deep threat and a go-to threat down the field. This is what you want. So first one, get that defensive pressure. Get all in Trevor Lawrence's face. Second one, offense, keep cooking. Third one, stay mistake-free. Let's play mistake-free football. Don't give the Jacksonville Jaguars no signs of life. Because the way that they have won their game or two, how many games have they won now? How many wins they got to go?
Wait, who?
The Jacksonville Jaguars. How many wins?
Only got one win.
Okay, the way they won their game is because the Indianapolis Colts gave them life. They were dead, bro. They were losing that game. But the Indianapolis Colts found a way to keep them alive and give them hope.
Yeah, we definitely got to put our foot on their necks.
This team right now is beat down. They are going the way that we just seen the New York Jets going. It's just a matter of time, I believe, before Doug Peterson is going to be out of a job. It's the same premise, the same blueprint that was going on in New York. I see the same thing happening right now in Jacksonville. There's absolutely no excuse why this team is not achieving way better than what they are. There's no reason why this team is underachieving. You got Trevor Lawrence, who was the number one pick in the draft. This dude is highly talented coming out of college. He's taking you to playoff games and won them before. You got Travis Etienne that you're now dismissing to some extent and putting Bigsby in over him. Make that make sense. I don't understand how Travis Etienne became the fall guy in all of this. Now, granted, he has his moments where he fumbles balls, but this dude is electric, bro.
Yeah, I don't understand why they're not using Etienne. That's the thing.
Right, he's a fabulous running back. And then you got all these receivers in the receiving corps, bro. You got Christian Kirk. You got Brian Thomas Jr.
Big Gabe Davis.
Gabe Davis, you just signed. You're not even using these dudes, bro. Evan Ingram as your tight end, bro. Why are you not using these weapons and not using them properly? It's like they're lost in a storm every single game, and we want to keep them in that division for this game. So, London, welcome us. We coming full-fledged, full force. We're going to show you what Chicago Bears football look like, but I want the Bears to go in there, and I want them to smack them in the mouth, and I want us to put them away early and often. I got the Bears winning this game going away 28-10.
Oh, blowout.
Blowout, yes. And the blowouts are going to keep coming until somebody shows me that they're going to be able to just completely lock down a progressive Caleb Williams when he's cooking. Because right now, he's figuring it out, bro. He's starting to cook to DJ Moore. The last game before this
one, win streak coming, man. I smell a win streak. Do you smell?
Oh, definitely, bro. Definitely. This is the start of it, bro. This is the start of it. And until teams show me that when he's faced with this adversity, they're going to run up on him. They're going to bust him in his mouth, and he's not going to be able to do anything. Now that he's figuring it out, I'm not going to believe that they're going to be able to stop this. Plus, I'll tell you this, Cole. Let me drop this in, and then I'm done with the subject, bro. One thing that I'm loving as I'm seeing this from Caleb Williams, and I was talking to T.O. earlier about this. Shout out to my nephew Tio the God, Real Street Sports Talk. We're gonna be coming on right after this, people, with the fantasy sports. Just want to put that out there. But one thing I was talking to him about Caleb Williams, when under pressure, Kof, he is showing me that he is comfortable in the pocket. I do not see a rookie. Most rookie quarterbacks, when there's pressure coming from the defensive front, defensive line, they're fidgety, they're running. As Peyton Manning would say, they get happy feet. You know, they're dancing all over the place.
Yep.
Not this guy. This guy is elusive. He is finding a way to keep the play alive. He's running around, being staying comfortable in that pocket and running when necessary when there are no plays down the field. But that guy is finding his way to get that ball off and to stay comfortable in that pocket. It's amazing to me to see his level of comfortability in that pocket. He's comfortable in that pocket like a seasoned veteran who's been doing this forever, bro. And that's a beautiful thing, especially coming from a rookie. A la Jaden Daniels. Jaden Daniels is the same way. Yes, sir.
All right. So we're going to go to our week 6 pick'ems. I'm kind of running low on time. You know, I got some stuff I got to do. But we're going to go on to this week 6 pick'ems. So Thursday night football, October 10th. We got San Francisco facing the Seattle Seahawks at Lumen Field, Seattle, Washington. So far, the San Francisco 49ers are favored by 3.5 points. The over-under is 48.5.
I don't know what to think of them, Kof.
The San Francisco 49ers?
Bro, they're weird right now to me.
I don't know what's going on with them, man.
Yeah, they're giving away games at the end, and that is not their MO. I don't know what to make of them, bro. But go ahead. I'm sorry, bro.
Yeah, I'll go first. I'll say I'll give the slight edge to Seattle for this game.
Okay.
I just don't know what's going on with the San Francisco 49ers. It just seems like they're kind of like in a really bad slump. And of course, I don't know if Deebo Samuel, they got some injuries too, if I'm not mistaken, don't they? I think Christian McCaffrey's hurt.
Yeah.
I think they got some injuries to our offensive linemen. They don't got Deebo Samuel. And that's kind of affecting him.
Even though Samuel hurt again, bro, I thought he just got back.
I'm not too sure. I have to check again, but I think he might be still hurt. If I'm not mistaken. But I know they're dealing with, they got some injuries on their team right now. I mean, Brock Purdy is playing like he's playing lights out, playing really well, solid. But it's just, man, it's like something going on. I don't know if there's something going on with the defense or if it's the coaching, but it just seems like they're not playing in sync, like especially with the the Arizona Cardinals. They kind of took their foot off the gas pedal and they allowed the Cardinals to come back and beat them 24-3. And with the Seattle team, I mean, the Seattle team, they're a little bit they're way better than the Arizona Cardinals. Seattle, they're just also coming off from a loss against the New York Giants. And so they're definitely going to have a chip on their shoulder. And, it's very, very hard to play in Seattle, especially with their 12-man front. We know the fans, they call them the 12th man. And so that's going to be really tough for the San Francisco 49ers to play. And I think Geno Smith and this team, they're going to have a little chip on their shoulder. I think this is definitely going to be a close game. I have them winning 25-22, Seattle.
You got Seattle winning. As difficult as it's been for me to read the 49ers this year, because what I see for 3.5 quarters, I see a team that's dominant. They can run up on anybody. They can fight anybody outside of the Vikings game. They can run up on anybody. They can fight anybody. They can build a big lead against anybody. But for some reason, they've gotten into this funk when the games are in the balance, are hanging in the balance at the end of the games. They're starting to fade. And I don't know if that's age that's setting in on them or what. But from what I've seen, I just still got to believe in Kyle Shanahan and how they cook. I know this is a division rivalry game. You can throw the records out the window and all of that other good stuff. But I really don't see a Seattle team that just has enough firepower, especially on defense, to beat this team. Can they score with them on offense? Absolutely. I think Seattle can match, the offensive output of the San Francisco 49ers. I just think defensively, they don't have anything to stop them with. And eventually the 49ers will get a stop or a turnover from Geno Smith. Now, we'll say this. Historically, he has played well against the San Francisco 49ers. I'm not going to say Geno just going to get his Thunderdome cracked or something like that going up against the 49ers. But he is prone to a mistake or two every single game. Geno Smith is averaging at least one turnover per game this year. He's had at least one interception every game this year. At least one, bro. So, so that being said, give me the 49ers. I'll take them by 6. Give me 26-20.
All right. Next game, we got the Arizona Cardinals versus Green Bay. They're going to go to Lambeau Field at home, and Green Bay is favored by 5. The over-under is 49.5. I would say with this game, I got Green Bay winning this game.
Okay.
I know what's his name? The quarterback, Jordan Love. He threw that weird pick against. I mean, they kept it really close with the Los Angeles Rams. I mean, I think Jordan Love, he's an okay quarterback. It's just that he's not like very good. I mean, to me, he's not really like a really great passer. He's an okay passer, solid passer, but to me, he's not like an elite passer. And I think really the Green Bay's defense is really helping this offense and the play calling. Last week, they had like a couple turnovers, and I think the defense, especially when they got Xavier McKinney, that was a big acquisition. And I think that defense is really going to help this Green Bay Packers team win this game. I mean, Arizona and their team and their defense is not really that great. And I think with the Green Bay's defense, they're going to get to Kyler Williams early and often, and he's going to cause some turnovers because, I mean, that's what Green Bay does. They're leading the league right now in turnovers. Believe it or not, the Green Bay Packers are leading the league in turnovers, and I think that's definitely going to continue.
Xavier McKinney's a big reason for that.
He's a big reason for that. And I believe they're in the top half of passer ratings not allowed too. So they're secondary, and Xavier McKinney is a big reason why. And I think that's definitely going to continue on to this game. So I'd say give me Green Bay, and I have them covering the 5. So I have Green Bay winning by 5. 5 points, 27-20. 27-20.
27-20. Okay. I do like the position that the Green Bay Packers are in right here. But to me, this is more or less become like the Kyler Murray Bowl. I got to see which Kyler Murray is going to show up against Green Bay. Is it the Kyler Murray who went out here and lit a fire on the torch, the Los Angeles Rams? Or is it the Kyler Murray who a week later was trying to force feed the ball to MHJ? Those of y'all don't know, that's Marvin Harrison Jr.
Marvin Harrison Jr., yeah.
Is it the Kyler Murray that tried to force feed him the ball and ended up throwing the game away? I don't know which Kyler Murray I'm expecting to see here. I do know that Green Bay has a problem with running style quarterbacks, so that's going to be an issue. They do got a strong running game with the Arizona Cardinals over there, and James Conner and I believe Trey Benson and those guys over there. So I think that if Arizona plays this right, brother, I believe that they can put up a fight against Green Bay. The thing that I've been noticing with Green Bay, and I know Green Bay fans may be ready to stone me. T.O., get your hard hat on because we're going to talk about it later.
Uh-oh.
But I do, if you know the history of the Green Bay Packers, you'll understand where I'm coming from with this. I see when the Green Bay Packers, I see them like rise to the level and fall to the level, so to speak, of where their QB play is on defense. And what I mean by that is Green Bay's really comfortable with playing with a QB who's a gunslinger, who can fling the ball around, who can put up points all over the place. But I think if they're not careful, that can become a slippery slope for them. Because I saw them really amp it up when they didn't have Jordan Love in, And I saw them play extremely well on defense to the tune of shutting teams down to get W's when he had Malik Willis in there, a guy who's not a gunslinger, a guy who's run first, who makes a run heavy style. The defense really bogged down then. But when Jordan Love comes back, now they're laxed again, and they're giving up points, and they're allowing teams to hang around and come up with plays and make scores where they shouldn't be scoring. I think they got to be careful with that, bro. I think they got to be careful with that. We're getting too comfortable with the fact that they know they got a quarterback and an offense that can score, that can score easily at times. They got to be careful of not falling into the fray of thinking this is one of those Aaron Rodgers type situations or a Brett Favre style of situation all over again, and they can just relax on defense. But that being said, Green Bay still figures out a way to get this done. I think this is a high-scoring game, 35-30 Green Bay.
Oh. Green Bay? In favor of Green Bay?
Favor Green Bay.
All right, next game. We got the Indianapolis Colts versus the Tennessee Titans. Indianapolis is favored by 1 point. Give me Indianapolis this game. I think with this game, I don't know about Mason Rudolph. I mean, Mason Rudolph, he is a little bit of a better quarterback. He's playing really well so far as opposed to Will Levis. But I think, with when they have what's his name? I'm already forgetting his name. Their quarterback, their backup quarterback.
Colts?
I'm having a brain fart.
What are we talking about? Which team?
Indianapolis Colts. Who's their backup?
Joe Flacco.
Joe Flacco. Oh my God, how am I forgetting about this guy?
Because he's a dinosaur. Flacco. He should have been forgotten about. Joe should be gone, man. This guy is keeping the job because these young boys can't play.
But I think Joe Flacco, he's been putting up points for this team. And I'll say Tennessee Titans, their defense is good, but it's just like the Tennessee Titans, like they haven't been putting up too much points like they should be. I believe they lost last week, if I'm not mistaken. But like I said, Mason Rudolph, he's good for maybe 1 or 2 games, but that's about it. But Joe Flacco, I think he's going to keep this team afloat and do whatever he can to make this team go. Because, Joe Flacco, he's very good at spurts. Like, when it comes to spurts, he's very good at stringing together a couple good games. And I think this is going to be a good game, but it's not going to be a high-scoring game because you already know Tennessee Titans defense, they're pretty good. And the Colts defense, they're pretty solid too. But I definitely have the Colts definitely winning this game. I definitely think I don't have them winning by 1. I probably have them winning by like maybe 3, a 23-20 type of game. So give me the Indianapolis Colts. Yeah.
You spend a lot of time on this dumpster fire. That's what this is a dumpster
not
fire.
Much to say about this team.
Give me any one of these teams with a quarterback that has a pulse, bro. It doesn't even matter. All right, now the Tennessee Titans, they're in shambles because they put all the stock into a guy who they thought was ready to get this done at the QB position before he was totally proven, and they made a glaring mistake. I don't know why, for the life of me, they won't go back and get this other guy that they once had. Say, that's his name, Ryan Tannehill. Why not go back and give this guy his money, tell him you're sorry, grovel at his feet, and get your season saved? Because right now, their season is on the brink of total destruction. The Indianapolis Colts, I'm going to give them this win 17-13, just because Joe Flacco is old and he ain't got to do nothing but stand there and throw. And that's good enough, I think, to get this win, bro. I don't think this is going to be it's going to be competitive from the standpoint that whomever can score first, they're probably going to have the edge, and it's going to force the other team to figure out something on offense. But if they got to start thinking, dangerous proposition in this game, advantage Indianapolis, bro. I just don't see from the QB position anything that Tennessee has enough to do with it. So give me Indianapolis 17-13.
Next game, Houston at New England. Gillette Stadium. Houston's favored by 7. Give me Houston. They're gonna blow them out. Nothing much left to say. Houston's gonna handle business. Their rookie quarterback and Drake May, he's gonna get feasted and beasted by the defensive lineman. And yep, that's gonna be all she wrote.
So Neil Hunter salivating at the top. He is waiting on that. I'm with you, bro. Give me Houston 35-7 in this game. And I'm being generous by giving New England 7. They haven't shown me anything on offense that they have outside of Ramondre Stevenson that's even worth.
There's not much to say about that team. Yep.
Yeah, but that's a blowout, bro. That's a blowout.
Next team, Tampa Bay at New Orleans. Tampa Bay is favored by 3.5.
It's going to be a good game here.
Yeah, it's going to be a good game. I'll say give me Tampa Bay. It just seems like after that injury that Carr had against the Kansas City Chiefs, I don't know if he might be playing or not because he has that hip injury. But if he's not playing, I'll say this. No, I'll say either way he's playing. I'll say give me Tampa Bay because even if he does come back and still plays on that hip injury, that's going to be tough. And Baker Mayfield, he's playing so well this season. And the coach, Todd Bowles, he has them rolling. I mean, even though they did lose to the Atlanta Falcons last week, I think they're going to bounce back this game. So I say give me Tampa Bay. I have them covering the 3.5.
Okay. What's your final score?
My final score for this game is, since this is also a divisional game, I'll say this is going to be close, 27-24.
Okay, so then you don't have them covering the 3.5 then, because
I don't. Okay, I'll say 28-24. 28-24.
28-24. Okay. This is going to be a tale of mistake-free football. Whichever one of these teams makes the fewest mistakes, the least mistakes, particularly from the QB position, can win this game. The big factor in this game is going to be whether or not Derek Carr can go. If Derek Carr can go, then New Orleans definitely has a stake in this game. They got fight in them. They got the dog in them, and they showed at the beginning of the season that they got some bite with that bark, bro. But Tampa Bay on the other side is Baker Mayfield playing lights out. I don't know what magic they found with him, but some kind of way they got his ship righted, and Baker Mayfield has been playing outstanding football from the QB position. So, this is going to be a matter of which team makes the fewest mistakes. I believe the defenses are going to show up. If the New Orleans Saints does not have Derek Carr, you're going to get a boatload of Alvin Kamara. Going to get a lot of what's his name? The hybrid quarterback that they use at tight end, and he runs the ball. I'm trying to blank on his name for New Orleans. Oh God, you know the guy I'm talking about.
Alvin Kamara.
No, not Alvin Kamara. I'm talking about the other guy that they use.
Rashid.
He's listed as a tight end, but he plays QB sometimes for them.
Oh, you talking about Taysom Hill?
Taysom Hill. That's
Taysom Hill. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. I figured you remember that. But yeah, you're gonna get a bevy.
I know you had a brain fart too, like I did.
Right, you're gonna get a bevy of misdirection plays, a lot of power running from them, and I think that can be dominant going up against this Tampa Bay team, which can keep them alive. Tampa Bay is going to be an aerial assault. They're going to attack them early and often with Mike Evans and Chris Godwin down the field. It's going to come down. It's going to come down to the wire. I got this like a last play of the game type of situation. I'm going to go on the other side that's going out just because I like the Saints, even though part of me feels like Tampa Bay will pull it off. But I'm going to say 27-24 New Orleans.
Okay.
Definitely. If Derek Carr plays. That's if Derek Carr plays. That's the big
game. That's the debate. All right, next game, we got the Philadelphia Eagles hosting the Cleveland Browns in Lincoln Financial Field, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Philadelphia is favored by 9. I'll tell you, give me Philadelphia. I think this is going to be another blowout. Cleveland is going through a free fall right now. I don't know what's going on with Deshaun Watson. They got blew out by the Washington Commanders. and that was not good. And so I think this free fall is just going to keep continuing. It just seems like their season is spiraling. Um, just players are just not buying into what's going on. It's not clicking. Deshaun Watson, he's dealing with another sexual assault allegation, which is crazy right now. And
It's
so
old though. It comes from 2020, so it's
yeah,
not. Yeah, it's just adding. It's piling on to what he's.
yeah, it's just piling on, and I think that's really gonna affect him this game, bro. And so yeah, I'll give me Philadelphia right now. They're gonna win by 10. It's gonna be like a 32-14 type of game.
Okay, so you got to win it big.
Yeah.
Somebody in Cleveland needs to find what the key to getting Deshaun Watson's head back in the game is, bro. Because right now that dude is MIA, is missing in action, bro. I don't know what happened, why he's, I understand all the allegations, all the off-field stuff has had its impact. But you're a man. You've been dealing with this for well over 2 years now, probably we're going on 3 or 4 years now with this, bro. At some point, you got to put that behind you, bro, and you got to get back to what made your name great. He was outstanding when he was with the Houston Texans. I don't know what's happened since he's come to Cleveland, and I'm really feeling bad for Kevin Stefanski because he's going to end up being the fall guy at the end of the day.
Yeah, he's going to end up getting fired.
Right, he's going to end up getting fired. And Kevin Stefanski, people, if you don't know it, he is an outstanding coach. That dude coach his butt off over there. So I have to agree with you. This is looking like blowout material for Cleveland. In terms of their defense, they're looking like a shell of their former selves. But the truth of the matter is, they just don't believe in this offense anymore, bro. They mentally checked out the room.
Totally checked out.
Myles Garrett, he's never a slouch. He's one of the best defensive ends in the game, if not the best. This guy is not even heard of this year. You don't even hear this guy's name.
You don't hear him, bro. That's sad.
That's a problem, bro. That's a problem. And
that's your defensive player of the year, defending defensive player of the year, right there.
Right. So I'm just hard pressed to believe unless they figure out some magic with Deshaun Watson to get his head back in the game. I'm hard pressed to believe that they're going to beat Philly, and it's saying something too, Coach, because Philly is atrocious. They're atrocious in the secondary this year, bro. They're terrible in their secondary this year, but they've not been able to score against other secondaries that they were going up against. Cleveland, that is. So give me Philly, man. Give me Philly 30. I'm going to say 38-10, bro. I think
38-10.
Yeah, bro.
All right.
This is a get healthy game for Philly, bro. Get healthy game.
Next game, this is going to be I think this one should be America's game of the week, man. Washington versus Baltimore. They got Baltimore favored 6.5. I think this is going to be a high scoring game. This is going to be a great game to me. This is going to be a really great game. You're going to have two high potent offenses. People are comparing Jaden Daniels. Even Jaden Daniels says that he plays his game like Lamar Jackson. And Lamar Jackson is definitely coming back from a win, especially that thriller win.
Running up against his idol. Okay.
Yeah, going up against his idol, man. And that thriller game that the Baltimore Ravens had against the Cincinnati Bengals, man. It almost looked like they were going to lose that game when he fumbled that ball. Lamar Jackson fumbled that ball. But, when Cincinnati missed that field goal, that was all she wrote. But, going into this game, of course, Baltimore is favored by 6.5 points. So far with this game, I think this is going to be a high-scoring game. Baltimore, is going to definitely show up and show out, and Washington is definitely going to show up and show out. I would say it's going to be like a 38-32 type of game in favor of Baltimore. So I'd say give me Baltimore.
Lamar magic on Lamar. Let me tell you something, bro. As great as Jaden Daniels has been playing, and I do love the kid. I picked him before the season even started, before the draft even went down, to be the rookie of the year from the QB position, because I really thought that this kid could come in and be as dynamic as he's showing, and he has not disappointed. This is going to be, I believe that him in this game is going to make this a high flying high fashionable game. This game is going to be very sexy, very attractive from a scoring standpoint. It's going to be explosive. But, bro, you can't beat Lamar Jackson at Lamar Magic. You can't.
He's playing really well.
You can't beat Lamar at his own game. This is his
not
game.
At home too. Not at home too.
You're gonna beat Lamar. You're gonna beat Lamar Magic. You're gonna beat Lamar with Lamar Magic. No, bro, you're not gonna do that. Bro. You're not gonna do that. Give me the Baltimore Ravens. I'm gonna take that 6.5. Give me 38-31,
bro. Okay, next game we got the Chargers versus the Denver Broncos. This is gonna be in Mile High Stadium. The Los Angeles is definitely favored by 3. I definitely have LA Chargers covering at 3 so far. I'd say give me the Chargers. I don't really have too much to say about this team. I'd say even though Denver is kind of a solid team, they have a solid defense. I just think it's going to come down to quarterback play at the end of the day and who's going to turn the ball over. And I think Bo Nix is going to be turning the ball over at the end of the day. But I'd say give me the Chargers for this game.
Mile high, thin air. This is going to be one of those low-scoring barn burners that you always see up in Denver since the departure of Peyton Manning and John Elways or what have you. People who can actually throw the ball in thin air. I think Bo Nix and this team, they are matriculating the ball down the field and figuring out ways to win with minimal mistakes. The defense, I think the Denver defense, they're playing outstanding in the secondary. I think they lead the league in secondary defending the ball. I'm not saying it right, but they're not giving up a lot of passes. They're not giving up a lot down the field.
Passes defended.
That being said, this game is the perfect storm for a Jim Harbaugh-led team. Jim Harbaugh is a run-first guy, and he is run-heavy. And this is why you got Justin Herbert out here, who has a prolific arm, a outstanding quarterback in terms of how to play the position and how to read defenses and how to fling the rock down the field on time. This is why you got him out here, and you're not hearing that guy's name. This is the place where a Jim Harbaugh style game really comes into play for you fantasy managers out there. If you see J.K. Dobbins out there, get him on your.
Please use J.K. Dobbins.
Yes, use him because this is what this game is going to be. It's going to be low scoring. Denver, just like the Chargers, they're going to play it very close to the vest. But I think in this one, there are no do-overs. There are no getting by. There are no mistakes, no missed field goals that's going to happen from the Chargers. To give Denver a decided victory at 10-9, like they did against the Jets. Another barn burner. So give me the San Diego Chargers. Give me the San Diego LA Chargers. Give me them 17-10.
Next game, we got the Pittsburgh Steelers versus the Las Vegas Raiders. They're going to face the Pittsburgh. They're coming off from a loss against the Dallas Cowboys.
Last second loss.
That's a crazy loss, man.
Second loss. I blame on Mike Tomlin. We'll talk about that another time.
Yeah, and the Las Vegas Raiders, they are coming off of, I believe it's a loss last week to
the Denver Broncos.
The Denver Broncos, yes, 34-18. Yeah, the Denver Broncos.
Drubbing.
I know, that was crazy. I definitely see why Devontae Adams wanted to leave, but that's neither here nor there. I got Pittsburgh definitely winning this game. Just seems like the Las Vegas Raiders, they're becoming a free fall team now. They still got a good defense. I think this is going to be a close game. Definitely still think this is going to be a close game. But I mean, I just don't believe in their quarterback, you know. I don't believe in Minshew or whoever his backup is, Aiden O'Connell, all of them. I think it's definitely going to come down to whoever is taking care of the ball, and it's definitely going to come to whoever wins the turnover battle. And I think Pittsburgh is definitely going to win the turnover battle. So give me Pittsburgh to win this game. Yeah.
Okay. Got a final score?
Final score, I have them winning 20-17.
20-17. So you got
20-17.
You got it close. Okay. Let me say this, bro. The Pittsburgh Steelers have one of the top defenses in the NFL, and the Las Vegas Raiders have absolutely no offense to speak of. Zamir White is your running back. He's become your number two. Your number one is Alexander Madison, a dude who can play the position, but has the fumbleitis of Rashawn Salam. If you're a Bears fan from back in the day, I'm dating myself. You'll figure that out. 1995, look him up. But that team is in free fall right now on the offensive side. Devontae Adams once out of town. I don't see him suited up again and playing for this team. I think from the Pittsburgh perspective, offensively, I think it's time for Arthur Smith to take the shackles, so to speak, off of the passing game with Justin Fields and George Pickens and these guys over there. This could be a preview. This could be a preview game. Just put it out here, people, for the Devontae Adams trade. I think there's a possibility that Devontae Adams gets traded to the Pittsburgh Steelers to go alongside George Pickens, so that they will have another downfield threat to go along with that guy. I think it's time to see what their offense can do in the passing game. I don't think that Arthur Smith and his offensive coordinating is allowing Justin Fields to really open up and play in this style of game. Play style of game totally. They want him to play mistake-free football. Justin Fields is giving you some mistake-free football, but now he's getting penalized because they're not putting enough points on the board. I'm being told they had 4 turnovers on defense, and Justin Fields only managed to give them 14 points in that game. He threw 2 touchdown passes. He was mistake-free. There was no turnovers from him, but he'll penalized for that. I don't know how, when at the end of the game, it's a 4th and goal from like the 5-6 yard line, and Dallas is up against it with no room for error, and you got Mike Tomlin taking the very last timeout that the team has to take a break, to get his team together on defense and give Dallas even more time to figure out how to get things done. And I think he made a grave mistake when he did that. He didn't bring the pressure he had been bringing all game to make Dak Prescott have to make a rush decision. He gave him too much time back there. Dak Prescott picked it apart. Really cool game-winning touchdown. But, of course, Justin Fields gets blamed for everything, so that's fine. But I think if he comes out here and if Arthur Smith allows this offense to turn loose in the aerial attack, not even use George Pickens and Pat Fairmouth like they could, I think you can see the potential for this offense to explode. Now some people are saying, Russell Wilson may be coming back with his game or what have you. I don't think right now the Pittsburgh Steelers are in a free fall state, but they just all of a sudden need to make drastic moves. Justin Fields won his first 3 games. They lost the last 2 games. I think he'll be all right. I think this team will be all right. Just got to let them keep on going the course and turn them loose. I think if this team comes out here, and I got them winning, I'm going to rush to this. I got them winning 35-10. I'm going to give the Pittsburgh Steelers that kind of win in this game. I think that Devontae Adams may be talking to the Raiders brass about him making a move to Pittsburgh.
Yeah. I mean, it's that time, man. I'm not too sure if you watched that show Receiver, but you definitely saw that from last season. He was already kind of checked out.
Oh yeah, I ain't got nobody to throw to him, bro. There's nobody over there to throw to him. And then you go get him Garner Minshew. Now, in fairness to the Raiders, they did try to get Justin Fields from the Bears when the Bears were shopping him around. They tried to get him. He just didn't want to go there. Here's an opportunity for Devontae Adams to end up with him anyway, bro. I know everybody. I know who's at the Jets. They're calling for the Jets brass to try to get him over there. Just how many more weapons do you need? You need a coach that can coach the team. That's what you need. You don't need no more weapons. You got Garrett Wilson.
Thank God he didn't go to the Raiders, man. Freaking Luke Getsy.
No, I don't think Justin Fields could take another year of Luke Getsy.
No, with Luke Getsy. Heck no.
I mean, they do have rapport together, so Justin could have been vocal with that guy and still been able to be himself. Luke Getsy he did figure out how to use him in the second half of the season. So, but that being said, it's whatever. But yeah, still it's 35-10, bro.
All right, next game we got Detroit going to Dallas at Arlington, Texas.
Dog fight.
That's going to be a dogfight. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Detroit is favored 3.5. They have the over/under by 52.5. Chuck, you want to take this one?
Sure. I think Detroit, they're a very formidable team, but Detroit does not run away and hide on anybody. The danger zone and I was just talking to my guy, Mr. Ray Pitts, if you're watching the show, talking to him about this earlier. The danger zone for a team, like when you're playing against a team like Dallas, is allowing them to stay close. Dak Prescott is going to give you some mistakes. He's going to have some turnovers. They're going to miss some opportunities. They're going to blow some scoring opportunities. But if you allow them to stay close and they got that ball at the end of the game, they are talented enough to eke out a win against you. I think Detroit, if they play mistake-free football, they can build a lead. I don't know if they can stave off Dallas. I'm going to give Dallas a slight upset in this game. Say final score 38-35, Dallas.
Yeah, I'd say the same thing. Give me Dallas 38-35. Detroit, I mean, they are a good team. They could score, but it's just
very good team.
Secondary, man. It's like their
quarterback
trash. They're trash, man. Complete trash, man. I think it's going to be the Dallas Cowboys offense is going to be too much for their secondary. So yeah, I'll say give me Dallas. Next game we got Carolina versus Atlanta. Atlanta is favored by 6. Yeah, this is going to be an easy game for me.
You said Atlanta's favored by 36? How many you say?
No, they're favored by 46.
Oh, okay. I thought I heard a big number in there somewhere.
They're actually favored by they're favored by 6 points, but you know they're gonna win. Atlanta's gonna blow out Carolina. The way last week the way Carolina got torched by Chicago Bears, this is definitely gonna continue. I mean, I just don't believe in. I don't know if they're gonna start Bryce Young or Andy Dalton, but I mean, Kirk Cousins, he's playing so well with this team. They're that momentum that carried after they won against Tampa Bay. I think that's going to carry over into this game. So I would say give me Atlanta by 10 plus points. Maybe even more than that, man. I have them winning by 15. It's going to be like 36-21.
Okay. I'm joking when I talk about the 36 point spread there. Cole, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. What the Bears did to the Carolina Panthers, I don't know that every team can come out here and do that to them, bro.
I believe Atlanta will.
No, but I really think Carolina. Who was the team that they just played before they lost to the Bengals? Was it the Rams? I can't remember what team that they just played. But I think this team has enough offensive firepower with Andy Dalton over there to make some noise against other teams. I just think we saw dominance here because of the way our defense plays, bro. Mm-hmm. But I don't think that every team's shutting them down like that. This is the division rivalry, so you can kind of throw the records out the window, throw whatever the spreads and stuff are out the window. Plus, they're at home. Carolina's got a reason to fight. They got a reason to play. And that, them winning or losing against Atlanta can impact or affect what Atlanta's doing and how they're moving. That being said, Kirk Cousins and that offense is cooking right now. The best thing that ever happened to Drake London is Kirk Cousins being traded or signing, if you will, with the Atlanta Falcons, because he's finally found a quarterback that can find him, bro. And that guy's having a
and they're definitely opening up the offense,
Absolutely.
With Kirk Cousins. Before they couldn't do that with couldn't do that with the previous quarterback. They couldn't open up the offense. Arthur Smith, I believe he was the head coach last year.
Yes,
he couldn't open up the offense with Desmond Ritter, and it was terrible.
The X factor on this team this year has been Darnell Mooney, former Bear people. That dude is on fire. He's catching just about everything. He caught 2 touchdowns in the last game, and he caught a touchdown the game before that. And he's becoming very quickly one of Kirk Cousins' favorite go-to receivers on this team. Only person they haven't really got going yet is Kyle Pitts. I don't know if Atlanta will ever find a QB that can get Kyle Pitts going. For some reason, he's just, this dude is ultra talented, and he's just in a situation where he's just never getting enough target share and never getting the ball at the key moments to make the splash plays. That being said, I don't really have them blowing Carolina out. I'm going to give them the win, but I think we're talking about a closer game than what we realized. Maybe like 36-28 or something along those lines.
I respect that. Definitely respect that.
Mhm.
Next game, we got the New York Giants hosting the Cincinnati Bengals at East Rutherford, New Jersey, MetLife Stadium. Cincinnati's favored by 3.5 points. The over/under is 48.5. Who do you got, Chuck?
Cincinnati in a blowout. I think Joe Burrow and his offense has started cooking. Joe Burrow has got it going. For some reason, he starts every year off slow. I can't imagine why that is. There's a certain quarterbacks just do that. They're slow starters. But Joe is on fire now. This guy just threw for
Joe
five
Cool.
touchdowns. Yeah, Joe Cool just threw for 5 touchdowns in his last game. He had everybody lighting up the airways, bro. So I see nothing changing in this game, bro. I think he's going to be on fire. I think Danny Dimes and that offense and that Giants defense, they're going to be formidable. They're going to compete well, but they just do not have enough offensive firepower to keep up with this team. Give me 38-25 Cincinnati.
I'd say, give me Cincinnati. I got Cincinnati winning by at least 10 points. I think, with that team, the New York Giants, I think their defense has been playing a little bit solid the past couple games.
Mm-hmm.
I think Joe Cool is going to be too much for them. The offense is going to be a little bit too much later on in the game. And so I would say give me Cincinnati to win the game. About 10 plus 38. I'd say 38 to 26. All right. I think this is the last game for week 6.
It is.
Yeah. Last game for week 6. We got the Buffalo Bills versus the New York Jets. You have Buffalo going to same stadium, MetLife Stadium. Buffalo is favored by 2.5 points. Who do you got this game, man?
Buffalo, bro. Buffalo. It's free fall. They're in free fall over there in New York right now, bro. They have absolutely no idea what they're doing. Nobody's there to lead them. The fans are upset. The brass is upset. Aaron Rodgers upset. I'm pretty sure Brees Hall is upset, but he ain't saying nothing. Garrett Wilson probably a little mad. Who not mad on this team right now, bro? Everybody's mad on this team, man. Quentin Williams could have been in the Bears uniform. He's stuck over there. He upset. Everybody's upset. I just don't see a team in disarray running up on
you mean what's his name? Hassan Reddick.
Oh yeah, I forgot all about him. He ain't suited up yet, so I forgot he was there for a second.
I don't know what's going on. Is he even playing on the team? Has Hassan Reddick been playing?
No, he's not been playing. It's the same situation it always was. Hassan Reddick was promised by the New York Jets brass that once he came over there, once he agreed to the trade, that they were going to get a deal done with the new contract. And Hassan Reddick, his gripe is that they have not, as of yet, got a new contract done. He's refusing to suit up until he has a new contract, bro. Losing like $800,000 a game, bro. It's ridiculous money, bro.
That is crazy. That's a dumpster fire organization.
It is. So
that's pretty much.
Yeah. So let me go and close this out. Josh Allen, he's been, kind of stinking up the joint of late, mostly because he's been overachieving with the scrubs that he's got in his receiving core. Also, just incidentally, just for the record, that would be a good place for Devontae Adams to go to Buffalo.
He could go to Buffalo too. Yup, that team too.
Buffalo, that would be a great place for him to go to.
That would be a great place too. Yup.
But I just don't see Aaron Rodgers and his New York Jets offense figuring it out overnight and figuring out how to run up on this Buffalo defense, which is still very formidable and keeping them alive in game. Give me Buffalo 25-10. I'm gonna give it 25-10.
I think this is gonna be a close game. New York Jets, their defense is still good. I think they're gonna keep it close. I think this is going to be a closer game than many people
expect. And they generally play well against Josh Allen. They do, bro.
Yeah, they usually play well against Josh Allen. And I won't be surprised if Josh Allen loses to the Jets because, the Jets always give them so many problems.
They do.
I'm going to have this being an upset. I'm actually going to have this being an upset.
Without Saleh, huh? Okay.
Yeah, without Saleh. I mean, because just like what you talked about earlier, Robert Saleh was kind of holding the team back, and so probably that was the reason why they weren't scoring. But I think this new head coach is definitely going to give them kind of like a spark, or like this offensive spark, and I think they're going to be scoring a little bit more points. So I have the Jets winning, but it's going to be the same score. No, it's not going to be 25-10. It's going to be 25-21. 25-21.
25-21. Okay. That's cute. Go Bills. That's cute.
Yep. So yeah, that's all the games that we have for today. So let's look at some of the comment section before we end it. I don't know if you have anybody. This is not a home game. Chicago needs to improve their run defense, but besides that, they are good. What's up, Ron? Ron Ronowski says, "Claws up, bear down." Now they're begging for Devontae Adams. They didn't give Saleh 2-week notice.
They don't owe Saleh a 2-week notice, Redbeard. They don't.
No, they don't. No. Should the Bears keep Eberflus? What do you think about this one? What do you think about this one, Chuck?
I'm trying to pretend like I didn't just hear you. You already know where I'm at on Eberflus, Matt Eberflus. Until
I think they should.
Seriously though, until the Bears start falling flat on their face, it's gonna be hard pressed for the Bears brass to see a reason why they should get rid of it.
Now I'll say this: what if they have a winning record against the divisional players? Then
he's never going anywhere. Bro.
Then will you change your thoughts?
No.
What? You wouldn't?
I know what a real coach looks like, and he doesn't look like a real coach.
Damn.
That's a word salad king. This dude throws word salads all day. That's all he knows. He's doing the best thing that he can do. Slide over and let my new head coach / offense coordinator, Shane Waldron, call the plays. That's what he's doing. That's good. Eric Washington got the defense. We good. All he got to do is be a representative. He represents the program. He represents the organization. That's all. So no, I don't mind Matt Eberflus staying here as long as the Bears are winning.
Yep.
Long as we're winning, he can stay as long as he like.
Yeah, as long as we're winning. I think Caleb Williams is going to keep him. He's going to be the reason. Caleb Williams is not going to make this team.
I mean, Matt's a likable guy, so all the players like this guy, man. He smiles. He remembers he got a nickname for everybody, and he say all this positive stuff, blah, blah, blah. He still can't coach football. It doesn't change.
And like I said, Caleb Williams is going to be the reason why he stays, man. He's going to be the reason, the big reason. Coach Caleb Williams. He's the coach.
Nah. Coach Shane Waldron, bro. Shane Waldron's man.
Yeah. All right. Any final thoughts before we end this live stream, man?
Let's just go get them, Bears. Let's just go get them. What was this last one in? Eberflus has the defense looking good. Miller. Okay. Thanks for the name drop. I appreciate that. The Jets should have kept Robert Saleh. Why? That's a crazy no. Robert Saleh's had 3 years with the brass of this team spending all its dough to get this team like he wants it, and he's gotten absolutely nothing done. Not even a playoff visit, bro. Come on, man. Come on. At some point, you got to cut the cord, bro. At some point, you got to cut the cord. I did see what you read earlier. Chicago needs to improve.
You want to read Don Burrs?
No, I'm done. Chicago needs to improve their run defense, but besides that, they're good. The Bears, we're good with the run defense. It's just a matter of figuring out what teams are going to try and do against you. In the beginning of the games, we take a lick in the mouth, we take a shot in the mouth, but that's because we're trying to figure out what the team is running up on us with. But you see, from that point on, we tend to lock down and shut things down. These are professional players. They're very talented players. These are the best players in the world. People,
they're all world-class athletes.
You're not going to stop everything that they're doing. There's no way you're stopping everything that they're doing, bro. So, we do great just to hold them to 10 points because the defense looks great. The reason the offense isn't looking good isn't because Saleh is the GM's hiring Hackett. No, bro.
What do you think about that?
No. First off, Hackett he's another word salad. He's not even a word salad guy. He's just a guy who eats salad that's on the team. Aaron Rodgers just likes this guy, and he's just there to appease Aaron Rodgers. This dude is a horrible coach. He has absolutely nothing to do with any play calling over there. All the play calling you've been seeing over there is coming from Saleh's side of the ball, bro. It's coming from him, bro. It's not coming from Nathaniel Hackett. Nobody in their right mind will let Nathaniel Hackett.
Nathaniel's just there to just be there. Like he's just Aaron Rodgers.
Hackett was he was the head coach for the Denver Broncos for all of 6 games when he got the head coaching job 2 years ago. And that lasted that he didn't even get a full. He didn't give him a half a season, bro. Come on, man. Come on.
That's
man.
how bad he was.
That dude's terrible. No. So no, he's not calling any of the plays. This is Robert Saleh's ball. You know, he's the captain of the ship, and when the ship is sinking, your captain goes down with the ship, bro. That's what that is. He said Robert Saleh doesn't call the offense. What you mean, Mary? He doesn't call offense.
I mean, he's a head coach. He calls everything.
If you think Nathaniel Hackett calls the offensive plays over there, you are sorely mistaken. I'm telling you what I know. That guy's not calling the offense over there. That's like saying Matt Nagy calls the offense for the Kansas City Chiefs because he's over there listed as the offensive coordinator. He's not. That's Andy Reid's show over there, and he is making those calls. We got fooled by Matt Nagy over there pretending like he was the offensive coordinator when we hired him. And we brought him over here and we found out he didn't know what the heck offense was.
I'll say this. He may not be making all the calls, but he's definitely making the final say because he is the head coach in terms of the personnel or sometimes even in certain inputs and the offensive play calling. I mean, he makes some of the decisions as a head coach because the head coach, he's the head coach for the whole entire team. So he has input in this. Even though he is.
You gotta know Nathaniel Hackett's history to understand what I'm saying and why I'm saying this guy's nothing more than a figurehead, bro. He is not calling any shots over there, bro. I guarantee it.
I'll say maybe Aaron Rodgers. He's the player and he's the ones who's calling the offense. Hackett's just there just to be there. You can clearly see who's calling the offense play. It's Rodgers and Hackett. Saleh is just calling the defense.
Okay.
Whatever.
We can do this all day.
Yeah.
We just have to agree to disagree, bro. We just have to agree to disagree on that.
Yeah. Like to thank everybody for coming on to the stream. Stay tuned for more video updates in regards to Chicago Bears and NFL news, man. And also watch what's his name? T.O. the God, his stream too. Stay tuned for that. Real Street Sports Talk. Go tune into their channel as well. But other than that, you have any last words, Chuck, before I end this stream?
No, sir. It was a great broadcast. Thanks everyone for tuning in.
Okay, guys. All right, guys. Thank you for joining. And how we always hand it over here. Claws up.
Claws up.
Bear down. All right.
Bear down. You see that bear? You see that bear?
All right. Peace.
That's why I'm trying to make a better